Hi, my name is Adina, and I'm sharing a couple recipes from my new cookbook, The Good, the Bad, and the Yummy, out this April from Running Press. My book is for every woman who finds herself going from salads one day to cheeseburgers the next. We all have the urge to flip-flop from good to bad and back again, and so every chapter in my book is split in half healthy recipes and half decadent ones. It's all just about following your appetite and eating food that fits your mood, whether it's sushi or barbecue. Today, for example, it's bitterly cold outside, so I thought I'd pick a couple of recipes for my comfort food chapter. Now, comfort food can be healthy or decadent, so I thought today I'd share an example of each. First, a rich, cheesy tater tot bake with spicy marinara, and to finish off, a healthy chai spice tapioca pudding that's really good for you, but also seriously comforting. So let's get started. For me, tater tots are one of the ultimate childhood comfort foods. They're easy, crunchy, and potatoey, like miniature hash browns, and they're totally addictive. Now that I'm older, it's not enough just to toss them on a baking sheet and throw them in the oven. Instead, when I'm in need of serious comfort, I like to bake them with a spicy homemade marinara sauce and mozzarella cheese for dinner. For this recipe, you'll need 1 32-ounce package frozen tater tots, 2 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil, a ½ cup finely chopped onion, 2 garlic cloves minced, 1 28-ounce can whole tomatoes, a ½ teaspoon of kosher salt plus more to taste, a few grindings of black pepper, a ½ teaspoon crushed red pepper flakes, and 2 cups of shredded mozzarella. So the first thing I like to do right when I get in through the door is bake the tater tots, so they have time to get ready while I'm getting the sauce together. So I'm putting the tater tots into a 450-degree oven. Now I'll start chopping the onion for the sauce. And you might wonder whether you can just get away with using bottled sauce since you're already using frozen tater tots for dinner, but I think that's a slippery slope you just don't want to go down, because homemade sauce is so easy to make and it's so much more delicious than anything you could buy in the store. So I just peeled half an onion and I'm going to chop it pretty finely, just so the onion gets nice and caramelized in the sauce. So I'm doing pretty narrow vertical cuts here, and then making 2 horizontal slices. And that way when you start slicing, the onions fall apart into a pretty nice dice without a lot of chopping work. You just go down to this end part here, and then you just kind of slice it over and over again. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then you're ready to cook the onions. Just heat your pot to about medium-high heat. Throw in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then you can just throw the onions in. You don't have to wait for it to get hot. And you just start stirring the onions, give them a nice stir. Cook it for about 10 or 15 minutes, just until the onions turn a nice pale gold color. So the onions look about ready, they're nice and golden brown, so I'm going to add the chopped garlic now. And you only want to cook the garlic for about 30 seconds. It's super sensitive. If you overcook it, then the sauce gets a really overwhelmingly garlicky flavor, and you don't want that. So just keep stirring the onions and the garlic constantly. About 30 seconds should do it. I really love this sauce. It's super versatile. You can use it for frozen gnocchi if you get home late, or frozen tortellini too. And almost everyone has onions and garlic and a can of tomatoes in the house, so it's really useful. So that should do it for the garlic. And now you just add the tomatoes with their juice. And a little bit of salt in this adorable dispenser. And a bit of black pepper. You can always add more at the end once you've tasted it. And I'd say about a half teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I feel like it's spicy. So just break up the tomatoes with the back of your spoon. You don't have to break them up really finely, just enough so that they start to disintegrate. And the simmering will do the rest. Just like, you know, kind of poke a hole into each tomato. And you want to simmer the sauce for about 20 to 25 minutes over a medium-low heat until it thickens up. So my tater tots should be ready now. Yep, they look good. So I'll take them out. All golden and sizzly. Oh, hold on, my cameraman looks hungry. So the sauce has been simmering for about 20 or 25 minutes. It's nice and thick, looks gorgeous. So I'm just gonna taste it and see if it needs any salt. There's no way to know how much to put in right at the beginning, so I always like to taste it at the end. This needs a little more salt, so I'm just gonna add a tad more. And stir it in. Taste again. Tastes good. I'm just going to bring it over to the table and we will start to assemble our tater tot bake. Over the shredded mozzarella and a nice casserole or gratin dish. And we'll start by just scooping half of the tater tots into the pan. And this is just basically yummy potatoey carbs and really rich gooey cheese together, which is a really awesome, satisfying combination. So I'm going to put the tomato sauce on, but I'm not going to cover all of the tater tots. I like some of them to kind of stay exposed so that they get nice and crunchy. And so I'm putting the tomato sauce on, and then about half of the cheese, and then more tater tot, more sauce, and a final layer of cheese. And then you'll just put it in the oven at 375 this time for about 20 or 25 minutes. Just until the top gets all nice and bubbly and the cheese gets a really nice golden brown color. So it looks like our spicy tater tot bake is ready. Pull it out of the oven. Nice and golden brown, sizzling. And we'll just dish it out. So here it is, tater tot bake with spicy marinara, a super indulgent recipe that really hits the spot on a cold winter's night.